terms of our weather impact alert, continues here this morning as we are now in cleanup mode across northeast Ohio after that widespread snowfall moved through overnight. We had not just widespread snow, but it came at a steady clip at either a good time or a bad time, depending on if you want the school to get canceled or not. But boy, that rush hour certainly has been on the tricky side. We're now on the tail end of that as that morning commute is starting to wrap up. We've got weather impact alerts for another hour or so. We've got that steady morning snow, which is now pushing out. Our attention now turns towards lake effect snow, which is going to impact a lot less of an area, but some of us are still going to keep that snow train going today. Live shot outside. Boy, these low clouds are just gross, right? We've got some snow falling out of those, still some light snow over at Hopkins. We're at 27. The one good thing about this storm system, though, is that there's not much wind with it. And so the snow is just falling. It's not blowing and drifting like it certainly could be. It is a very powdery snow outside this morning as well. So it brushes off very quickly, but also accumulates the roads quickly. The last breath of the storm system now out towards Ashtabula County, heading outbound. You notice there are still some snow showers left over, nothing like the steady snow we saw earlier. And what our attention turns towards the lake effect, look at this little meso-low, little individual low pressure system here that's heading down towards the south. This will bring some snow, as we're already seeing in areas like Avon Lake, Westlake picking up some snow. That is not from the system anymore. That is from our lake. So the consistency is going to change. You'll likely see some bigger flakes with it as well. And this lake snow will settle south into the greater Cleveland area here before the morning is out. But meanwhile, Avon Lake out towards Lorain picking up some lake effect snow right now. You've noticed that flake size has probably changed. This is still some leftover system snow out towards Geauga and Ashtabula County. Whoa, a lot of different end times right on your winter weather advisories. Just know it'll end here first. Conditions will improve west of 71, and then we'll end it down towards the Akron area. And then eventually the winter weather advisories are going to be allowed to expire up towards the lakeshore, but that's where we'll have some of that lake effect snow. This system is big in terms of the real estate. 1,300 miles of winter weather advisories left. Big snows out towards New England today as this system heads out towards the east. Area of low pressure will eventually increase in strength, and this thing will be a big old storm off the east coast, producing heavy snows interior New England. If you've got flight plans, JFK, LaGuardia, up and down the eastern seaboard, expect delays today from this storm. In terms of our forecast today, most of us say goodbye to the snow. We'll still have some snow showers on and off throughout the day in the Cleveland area. Again, we've got to watch that lake effect. And our model here with your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast has a good handle on it. Watch how that lake snow slowly sinks south. This could be problematic at times midday in the afternoon in the Cleveland area. Everything should wind down tonight, and we'll go quiet overnight tonight with a relatively quiet day tomorrow. Not a lot of snow left on the board here outside of that lake effect. Maybe an additional inch or two depending on if it can organize or not. And then our attention will turn towards Arctic air. We get our first shot of it Thursday around here. You see how it's plentiful up in Canada, but boy, do we get a shot of it on Thursday. Then it'll kind of back off, but it kind of lingers as you'd expect for this time of year before maybe more shots come in later on this month. But overall, it's going to get cold around here on Thursday, and with it comes more snow. This snow will arrive with your long ranger forecasts Wednesday night. So tomorrow we get a break, and then by tomorrow night we're dealing with more snow showers. That will come with a gusty wind and cold air on Thursday. We'll likely have wind chills hovering near zero at times. It's been a while since we've had that cold of air. And then we'll start to moderate a little bit. Still cold, but not quite as cold on Friday into Saturday. A near miss from a system to our south. And this weekend, nothing too impressive. We'll have a few snow systems around the Great Lakes. I've got snow showers in the forecast Sunday. Doesn't look, again, to be too problematic at this point. But we've got to watch next week. The model's picking up on several clipper systems. The Euro brings some good snow through here Tuesday with another hit right after that. We'll see if that falls in line in terms of the track and strength of these, but it's going to stay snowy. That's the main story, is that we're going to stay cold and snowy as we go throughout at least the first 12 days of December.
Good morning. I hope you got through the morning. It's 28 degrees right now. A little bit of wind, so we feel like we're in the low 20s. But you can see the scene out there is definitely a winter wonderland. And it can feel more like that. Earlier, it felt like a treacherous Lifetime movie trying to drive through that snow this morning. I'm sure somebody else could agree with me on that. But that's gone. You can see up to the north, though, in the Cleveland metro. That's kind of where the last of the snow is in Ohio. Here, a little bit close to home, though, we are really seeing those snow showers tapering off. You still might have a couple lingering flurries, but as I zoom in on the live radar here across the metro, nothing to show. I've been waiting for this moment all morning, by the way, because we started to see that snow late, about after 11 o'clock midnight, and then it just ramped up and we had those bands of snow this morning, and we got some good amounts of snow in some areas, right on track with what the team was forecasting. Meteorologist Aaron White's tag teaming with me this morning. I'll have some of those totals for you in your neighborhood, but this alert is about to end, which is great news for us. But then now, as we move forward, we're going to have another alert to talk about that's going to show up as we go into Friday morning. But it's not snow we'll be talking about, and I'll let you know what that's going to be in just a few minutes. Really quickly, though, before we get to Bree, I want to show you where the road temperatures are. This plays such a huge factor, and if that snow just sticks, when it gets below that freezing mark, it makes it very easy to have snow that sticks and also for ice to form and black ice. And so you can see that some of our highways are doing good, but there's other spots like on 70 and 71, that road temperature is really far below freezing, down into the upper 20s.
Let's look at radar. We'll get to the big picture so you can see it right now across the Toledo metro, where that snow is still very lightly coming down. It's not as heavy as it once was. Defender's been doing a great job for us this morning as well, giving us live images from right here in Wood County. It's been centered right around Bowling Green for most of the morning with those roadways. The main highways, I-75 through Wood County, looks like it's still in pretty good shape, but as soon as you get off on some of those country roads, that's where it gets a little bit more dicey. So it looks like we've jumped back on I-75 here. We're crossing Route 6 right now. So if you've been south of BG, the Wood County Historic Society is on your left-hand side. We're going to be coming up to those rest areas here pretty soon. As we jump to the south side of BG, looks like Defender may be making a jump towards North Baltimore or down towards Findlay this morning, where we know that snow is still coming down pretty steady on radar. Nevertheless, even in those spots, the next 60 to 90 minutes should see it shut off there. Pretty quiet and cool for the rest of today. And then your extended forecast. Get ready, another Arctic blast of air, the coldest of the season so far on the way Thursday and Friday. Are you kidding me? Highs in the low 20s? It's the first week of December, but it is going to be frigid, and another chance of snow potentially on the way towards the middle of next week.
A ton of videos usually pop up on social media this time of year showing hacks to de-ice your car's windshield or clear the snow. And Aaron Sullivan with our station in Michigan put some of those viral claims to the test to see if they really work.
Waking up and scraping ice and snow off your car early in the morning is not an ideal way to start the day. So what if it could be made easier? Social media life hacks show that using everyday household items can help. Some users say you can use items you already have at home, like vinegar, sandwich bags, and rubbing alcohol. So I put some to the test on one of our station cars. I first tested a method using a sandwich bag filled with warm tap water. This hack is for defrosting your car windshield in the morning. I found that the window was so frozen solid that this didn't really work, but I'm sure it could work if there's no ice on your car. Next, if you're running late and need your windshield defrosted quickly, rubbing alcohol can help. I did notice this helped melt the ice just a little bit, but I can't say that this life hack was life-changing. I also attempted to create a DIY de-icer in a spray bottle using 3 parts vinegar to 1 part water. This did help with scraping ice off of the car's windshield, but the smell was extremely overpowering, and I do warn you, if you try this at home, you might inhale some of that vinegar. So I do not recommend. And if you experience icy doors and handles, I know I do in the morning, well, you can put WD-40 on the rubber edges around your door. This is going to help prevent your door from freezing shut. And for door handles, hand sanitizer can help de-ice those handles early in the morning when they're frozen shut. And lastly, put your visors down inside your car to trap warm air when defrosting your car towards your windshield. This is going to help quicken the defrosting up. Overall, I would say these life hacks didn't necessarily make my life easier, but if you want to try it at home, good luck. I hope it works out for you.
Another hack that always pops up, especially in Texas, using a Whataburger cup to protect exposed pipes or outdoor faucets in freezing temperatures. And this is actually true. Experts say any styrofoam cup can work if you don't have a faucet cover. Styrofoam is a great insulator. It might not work as well as the insulated covers, but can come handy in a pinch. No one wants a mess in their home, so make sure your pipes are protected. Keep your kitchen and bathroom cabinet doors open to allow some warm air to circulate around the plumbing. Let your faucets drip in hot and cold to avoid frozen pipes. And disconnect all hoses and cover your outside faucets.